Hello everyone, how are you? Well, I hope you are doing very well. Okay, in this video, I'd like to discuss about some grammar features. The first, ability, focusing on can, could, be able to, and managed to. And the second, adverbs of manner. Now let's check the next slide. We have reading passage talking about how Ben gets dream job. I need you to pay attention to the underlined words or sentences because they're gonna be discussed later. Alright? Ben can swim very well. He can do almost anything. The candidates needed to show what they could do. They couldn't make any mistakes at this final stage. He couldn't do everything they asked him in the interview. He can't speak any other languages. He was able to convince the interviewers and he couldn't believe it. Alright, now we move to the first grammar feature. Ability. The first, focusing on ability in the present. We can use can or can't. I just want to remind you the pattern. Subject plus can or can't plus verb 1. The function is to talk about ability in the present. So you can use can or can't. The examples: Ben can swim very well. He can't speak any other languages. Jadi kata can atau can untuk menunjukkan kemampuan. Dalam hal ini lebih fokus ke bentuk present atau saat ini. Next, ability in the past. We can use could, was, or were able to, and managed to. Okay, look at the pattern. Subject plus could, was or were able to, or managed to, plus verb 1. Okay, I just want to remind you that was is used for singular subjects like he, she, or I. And were is used for plural subjects. For example, you, we, they, or more than one person. It is to talk about general ability in the past in positive sentences or to show skills or talents a person once had. Normally, we use could, but sometimes we can also use was or were able to. Look at the examples. The candidates needed to show what they could do. The candidates needed to show what they were able to do. Okay, so was or were able to is also possible, but used less often. and it's little formal in spoken English. Jadi, fungsi yang pertama adalah untuk menunjukkan kemampuan secara umum atau talent, bakat yang dimiliki oleh seseorang, yang pernah dimiliki oleh seseorang. Dan biasanya digunakan dalam bentuk kalimat positif. Umumnya kita menggunakan could. Tapi bisa juga kita menggunakan kata was or were able to. The second function is to talk about ability in the past on one specific occasion in positive sentences or to note a specific achievement. So, you use was or were able to or managed to. Example, he was able to or managed to convince the interviewers that he was the best person for the job yesterday. Fungsi kedua adalah untuk menunjukkan kemampuan seseorang pada suatu kesempatan tertentu yang biasanya digunakan dalam bentuk kalimat positif dan atau untuk menunjukkan bahwa seseorang itu mempunyai pencapaian yang spesifik dan dinyatakan berhasil. And then the third function is to talk about inability in the past on one specific occasion in negative sentences. So we use couldn't, wasn't or weren't able to, or didn't manage to. See the example? He couldn't or he wasn't able to or he didn't manage to do everything they asked him in the interview. Fungsi yang ketiga adalah untuk menunjukkan ketidakmampuan, berarti ketidakberhasilan seseorang di masa lampau pada suatu case atau pada suatu kesempatan tertentu dan biasanya digunakan dalam bentuk kalimat negatif. Alright, is that clear for you? Now we move to the next slide. Okay, so let's move to the exercise. Look at the words in italics and decide if one or both of the options is or are correct. I give you a few minutes to think about the answers. Start now. Okay, have you got the answers? Number 1. I can't see you on Friday, but I can meet you on Saturday evening. Number 2. I couldn't or I wasn't able to hear what the candidate was saying. Number 3. I could or was able to speak 3 languages fluently by the time I was 9. Number 4. The interview went well. I managed to impress them with my answers. Okay. Next. Talking about adverbs of manner. Keterangan cara. Adverbs of manner tell us about verbs. They describe how somebody does something or how something happens. Membahas tentang bagaimana seorang melakukan sesuatu atau bagaimana sesuatu terjadi. Most adverbs of manner are formed by adding "ly" to the adjective. Example, quick, quickly. And remember that adverb is different from adjective. Adverb means kata keterangan, and adjective means kata sifat. Adjectives tell us about nouns. Oke, jadi yang kedua ini membahas tentang pembentukan kata keterangan, cara, yang biasanya ditambahkan dengan "ly" di akhir dari adjektifnya. Seperti contoh tadi quick, cepat, jadi quickly dengan cepat. Next, when the adjective ends in y, change the y to I and add ly. Example, angry, angrily. Jadi ketika kata sifat tersebut berakhiran dengan huruf y, maka ubah huruf y menjadi i dan tambahkan ly. Seperti contoh, angry, angrily. And then, there are some irregular adverbs that you need to know. Look at the table. Good, well, fast, fast, hard, hard, late, late, early, early, daily, daily, straight, straight, wrong, wrong, or you can say wrongly. Next, adverbs of manner generally come at the end of a clause. Jadi, kata keterangan cara umumnya ada di akhir dari sebuah klausa. This is to emphasize the meaning. So you can put adverbs of manner directly before the main verb or at the beginning of the sentence. Jadi ini untuk menekankan makna, maka kalian bisa meletakkan kata keterangan cara ini sebelum kata kerja atau awal kalimat. And then, an adverb of manner cannot be put between the main verb and the object. Jadi kata keterangan cara ini tidak bisa diletakkan di antara kata kerja dan objek. Okay, now we move to the exercise. Please choose the correct words in italics. I give you few minutes to think about the answers. You can start. Okay, now let's check the answers together. Number 1. I completed the application form very carefully. Dengan sangat hati-hati. Number 2, he was happy to receive a bonus at the end of the year. Dia bahagia. 3. Sadly, he stood up and left the interview room. Dengan sedih. Number 4. I'm going to complain because the interviewer was very rude to me. Sangat tidak sopan. I think that's all about my presentation, especially on grammar features, focusing on ability and adverbs of manner. That's all. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.